Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children 18 plus. You are tuned in to the Loan Officer Podcast with me, Dustin Owen, and my main man,
JC.
John Coleman.
Dio was popping.
Hey, T-LOPonline.com, period, end of story.
I think it's period.
Holla at your boy.
I think it's period.com.com. T-LOPonline.com.
T-LOPonline.com.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the episode for today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
We're out of here. Peace.
One day.
Hey, how awesome is it?
Yeah.
Like, here we are. It's 2022.
Mm-hmm.
We started this journey. Do you remember? Because I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember how and why we decided to build a website?
You.
When? Was it May? Was it July?
It was, I don't say, it was March. March, I think you started floating around the idea. May is when we started, like, planning it, and then, like.
When did you and I go to lunch with Dennis the very first time?
I take notes on everything. You know, I have it here somewhere. It was last, I want to say it was last March, April.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Here we are, January 2022, and we're here to formally announce.
Yes.
I teased the hell out of this for months. By the way, that was never even the intention. I thought this freaking thing was going to launch
October 16th, I remember the
months
day.
ago.
Yes.
But October 16th, I honestly thought it was going to happen before Labor Day, John. Like, before Labor Day. And then it was like, well, Thanksgiving. And then finally, I'm like, WTF, can you get this thing done before New Year?
And then it was like December 30th at like 9:30 p.m. We're live.
Yeah, and I'm still worried. Like, I still log on. I'm like, is this thing legit? Is this thing really there?
It works. People are in that, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to talk about the journey of building a website.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do love how you have taken the bottle of Don Julio.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out again to Brian's Bar.
Shout out to
right?
Bar.
So you took the Don Julio.
Mm-hmm.
You threw a hat on top.
Yes. The white hat.
The hat's to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I have my hat on and the glasses.
Same
Hey,
one.
because this is my get shit done look.
That is a get shit
If
done.
I want to get shit done, I got to put the hat on, I got to put the glasses on, and we're going to rock and roll.
Yes.
Christmas brought me something. You probably can't even see this.
Okay.
But
If you hold it up to that camera, they can see it. I'll zoom
this
in.
one right here?
Yeah, there you go. Zoom in.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So my daughter, Crafty
That's
K,
nice, yeah.
puts together a little T-LOP bracelet.
That's sad. That's awesome.
Yeah.
One
She
of
didn't
one.
make you one, John.
Well, that's what I said. It's one of one now.
It is one of one.
Mm-hmm.
I took it out of the case, though, so it probably lost all its value because I'm wearing it.
Oh
But
my gosh. You
but
did?
if you want one, I can get her to make you one, too.
Okay. Solid. Yeah.
You want it in black or orange?
Both. I want the mixed. I want the twirly, yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're rocking T-LOP on top of the bottle of Don. We got the T-LOP bracelet on,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to talk about T-LOPonline.com.
Okay.
But what's very interesting is that I honestly need to thank you and Dennis up and down because the site does look awesome.
Thank you.
Like, it looks awesome. It's nowhere close to where I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for you because of that.
That's fine.
Dennis is loving it because he's like, hey, pay daddy, cha-ching. Dio, what else can I do
Yeah,
for you?
what do you need?
Here's that invoice, brother. Please pay by the 15th. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he gets in his Audi R8,
Which
I'm
one?
like,
Yeah, R7. He has a whole alphabet. R8, R7, R6. He's going to
he
sell
has them all?
Yes.
yeah.
No, yeah, but he's good.
Hey, that website looks plush.
Yeah, it's a good starting point.
And those cars he drives are expensive.
Yeah.
I now know why.
Exactly.
I now know why. But no, for the listeners, for the viewers, like this website was built for you all.
Legit.
Like someone was asking me the other day. I think it was Yvette Claremont who we had on the show like a month ago. She was like, "Dude, I love the website, but tell me more about it."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "That's an open-ended question, but where does she want me to go with this?"
Right.
And I'm wondering how many other people are thinking, like, tell me more about it.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. John and I started down this journey in February or March of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, hey, let's do a podcast. That was it. Let's do a podcast. And I'm like, John, do you know how to do a podcast? And what'd you tell me?
I'll figure it out.
I think you told me yes.
Well, that's what you're supposed to say in the interview. What? Of course I can do a podcast. Shit, how do you do a podcast?
But ultimately, what we knew, or what I knew, or what I thought, was at a minimum, there are 48 loan officers who directly report to me and my management team here at Waterstone Mortgage. They work for our region. If I could create content that was geared towards them or their clients, we'd be winning.
Yep.
Then I thought even on a larger scale, Waterstone Mortgage employs over 200 loan officers nationwide. If I'm making content for the 48 or 50 that work under my umbrella, then why couldn't I share it with the other 150 out there?
Yep.
And then obviously not every episode that we do correlates 100% to loan officers, right? And we never wanted it to. We always wanted the episodes to be everything you should have learned in high school but didn't. So we kind of hit the smorgasbord when it comes to content. I feel like if it's relevant to an 18-year-old or a 28-year-old or a 38-year-old, we want to talk about it,
Right.
regardless if it's mortgage and real estate specific or not. So as we created more content, we developed more listeners and more followers. And for whatever dumb reason, people liked what we were doing.
Right.
But as they liked what we did and the audience grew, they'd start reaching out. And they would reach out and have requests. And I was like, John, how do we do this? You're like, I don't know if that's really good for a whole entire episode. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. And we kept on going back and forth. And then somehow we had this idea of like, well, we need like a landing spot.
Yeah, we need
like
somewhere
a hub.
somewhere to house all these ideas and all this content. What do you call that? I think it's called a website. You're like, yeah, that thing, a website. We need one of those.
Yeah, we need a website. Like we need like our own T-LOP amusement park storefront, a place where people can go, a community.
Right.
We need a place for that community to go. So I'm like, yeah, let's come up with a website, theloanofficerpodcast.com. By that time, people were calling us T-LOP, right? In fact, Tom O'Brien, a buddy of mine, I give him the credit.
Shout out, Tom.
Of he's the one that started calling it T-LOP on our bike rides. Oh, hey, D, how's T-LOP doing?
Okay.
Yeah, so then we're like, hey, tloponline.com. We own both the domains. So we own theloanofficerpodcast.com and we own tloponline.com. And we just started housing all of the requests and ideas that you all who are tuned in right now, who are listening or viewing us.
Literally.
Everything that you guys were bringing to us, our mission and our goal is to serve you. Our mission and our goal is to be able to give back or to provide. And we can't always do that by just creating an episode.
Yeah.
Right? So whether it's more training, we have it. Right? We have free training. We have training that we're going to ask you for a monthly donation of roughly $25 a month. We want to put various like trackers, like people are like, oh, hey, do you have that tracker you talked about? Like they would email me, hey, do you have that tracker that you were talking about on XYZ episode?
Oh.
Well, a website, we can house those trackers.
What's that word that people ask for all the time? Oh, yeah, scripts? That little
Scripts? Yes. Yes. How awesome would it be? Like at some point we can start taking some of the scripts and we can put them on there. Now look, some scripts you're gonna be able to get for free. It's for everybody. Some scripts, like look, this website wasn't cheap. I joke about it, but in totality, it wasn't cheap.
Yeah.
Right? And in order to continue to update the website isn't going to be cheap. In order to take it from V1 to V3 to V5 to V7 isn't going to be cheap. So when we put stuff out there and it's premium, like there is a reason behind it. Right? It's because we want to make things better, but we need to be able to afford to make things better.
Correct.
And there's a lot of us that we're willing to give pro bono, but there comes a certain point that we're just not.
Right.
So we want to be able to have what you coin freemium.
Right.
As well as premium content. I think last year, without us really trying to, I think we were able to help place about 18 professionals with their employer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That told us, hey, there's a need. There's a need out there. So why not create Career Corner? So on the website, there's Career Corner. And if you want help being matched with an employer, let us know. Let us know. I'll be more than happy to reach out to my circle of influence, to my sphere, which spans coast to coast. I joke about Spokane to Key West and everywhere in between. And let us put you in contact with the right people so that you can figure out, is this the right leader I want to go work for? Does that leader work for a company that I want to hang my hat under? If you're an employer, what if you're looking for talent? Guess what we have access to? Some of the most talented people. Like I call you all, but the people who are listening and tuned in, you are the future of the mortgage business, the future of the mortgage industry.
Literally.
Yes. So because of that, why not match it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times we've been reached out to? Hey, do y'all do any coaching?
Hey.
Right.
Hey, just a couple.
It's like no. Like you're like no, sorry, no. Like I do coach loan officers, sure, but I don't coach loan officers for a fee. But if there's a big enough need. I could very easily put together, based on the people that I admire and respect in this industry, I could put together a group of coaches. And these coaches and I can go away for a weekend every twice a year. We could put together a curriculum and then we could break it out and potentially coach mortgage professionals, regardless of which level they're in. If they're brand new, maybe they're good for the incubator, right? If they have some experience, but they're not yet a top producer, maybe they need to slide into the varsity level training. If they're already a top producer, but they're trying to figure out how to become less of a mess, or they're trying to become a mega producer, maybe we can have a coaching system for them. I don't know. We're going to put it out there.
Yeah.
Like the website has a spot for it.
Yeah.
We've reserved a spot for the career corner. We've reserved a spot for coaching. Are we right now coaching? No, we're not. But if there's a big enough interest, we want to be able to put together and solve for that particular need. I think what I love right now that you've done a great job of, John, is the number of videos. Yeah. Like for anyone who's tuned in because you love the videos, whether you watch on YouTube or you're just listening to us on Spotify or on Apple Podcast, like John has done a phenomenal job of cutting up various videos that is taken from a live training that I put on
literally,
and has posted that on tloponline.com. At a minimum, there's going to be a ton,
minimum,
a ton, a lot of additional content. Like I think you told me, how many hours do you think you have?
So let's see, there's 30, we've recorded 38 episodes, like I was like 36 classes. Each class is roughly an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. That's a lot.
Okay. Yeah. So you have 24 hours worth of content,
literally,
that you're going to be releasing on tloponline.com.
Yeah.
Like I think you launched with roughly 13 freemium videos and 7.
Yep.
And the goal and 7 premium.
Correct.
And the goal is every single week you're going to release an extra 5.
Correct. Every week. Yep.
Every week an extra 5.
Yep.
Now on top of that, we do want to have different things. Like if I talk about a lead tracker, how great would it be to have a lead tracker on the website?
There you go.
If I talk about dominating the ones, how cool would it be to have some kind of a Excel spreadsheet that you can follow along at home to make sure every day you're dominating the ones?
Right.
If we talk about scripting, how cool would it be to have some basic scripts online? Or we talk about cheesy marketing gifts.
Yeah.
Right? Well, there's sales tools.
Yep.
If you just went to the website and you clicked on sales tools, you could get lost in the videos alone, let alone you can see where we want to go when it comes to various like sales guides or trackers, basically PDFs and Excel spreadsheets and Word documents that you can print out.
Tangible things you can take away with you.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So that's going to be on there. We want to be able to provide you with at least one cheesy good marketing idea per month.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, these are our ideas. We're not the only people to talk about it. More than likely, we swiped and adapted it from something we saw 20 years ago, 20 months ago, 20 days ago.
Yeah.
But it's something that we as loan officers are using. We're sharing it with our loan officers who work for us in our branches. Why not share it with you guys as well?
Right.
Trying to think what else we put on there. Here's a thought I had when you and Dennis were developing the website. And this is honestly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, why it was so delayed. Because my brain doesn't shut off. I want this website at one point in one day to be where people go, period. Period. Hey, I need a good amortization calculator. Cool. Go to T-LOP Online. Hey, I need to learn about budgeting. Awesome. Go to T-LOP Online.
Yeah.
Hey, I would like to have to learn more about residual income calculation for a VA loan. Cool. Go to tloponline.com.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard Fannie Mae just came out with new LLPAs
What the hell?
for second homes. Yep. You can see that Fannie Mae letter on T-LOP Online, and they even did a 3-minute video where they talk about what it means and how it impacts you, the LO, your consumer, and the realtor. Like, this is my vision for tloponline.com. Now, at a minimum, it's going to be a place where people can go just to get more content, right? Just more content than what we put out through the podcast.
Right.
But how cool, and you've already done this for me. Loan officers, it's one-stop shopping for you to have access to the Fannie Mae selling guide, the Freddie Mac selling guide, FHA guide, and the 4000.1 FHA's guide. Yes, under sales tools, it's on there, right? I want to have John updating the website with various news articles that I personally have read and be like, hey, John, that's too good for people not to read. But instead of me trying to copy the link and do some kind of a blast email, I'm just going to put it up on T-LOP Online. I'll hyperlink to if it was Housing Wire or whether it was Forbes or Wall Street Journal, whoever the actual author was, and we'll hyperlink to them. Right. No worries. Yeah. Right. And eventually, how cool would it be like when I look at our partners, whether it's Mortgage Coach or whether it's MBS Highway or Xenix. Like, I think it would be awesome to have partnerships on that particular website. If someone wants to get licensed and they don't know where to start,
hey, it's tloponline.com.
Maybe tloponline.com. If someone needs continuing education and they don't know where to start, tloponline.com. Maybe someone's trying to study for their NMLS. Hey, there's a really awesome Facebook group that I've been introduced to.
Yes.
And the guy's name is Rocky. Can I not? Do you remember the name of the Facebook group? I know I shared it with you.
You shared it with me, but I do not remember.
But nonetheless, like, if there's some synergies that we can host with what he's doing, then let's throw it up on tloponline.com. I know I talk all the time about Xenix and Xenix Ground School, but maybe Ground School's great, but we can do something different, and maybe that something different is as good, if not better. Maybe we could host that through tloponline.com.
Yeah.
Right. The end goal was that this is going to be a place that people can go to congregate, and they can watch videos to better themselves from an educational standpoint. They can download various sales tools. They can have links to selling guides. They can have maybe amortization calculators that they didn't have access to somewhere else. They can get information regarding coaching. They can get matched with maybe a better or their next best employer. Right? I want it to be all encompassing. I want it to be a place that people's realtor friends can go to, where their home buyers can go to. I want to have information that is not just loan officer specific.
Yeah.
That is the purpose of tloponline.com. Can you think of anything else that we're missing that's already on the website or already on the docket for things that we want to do?
Just some small online community / forums, a place where people can go to drop their.
The online community. It's funny you use the word forum because Dennis and I had a conversation. It's funny, by the way, Dennis Miller never calls me. So when Dennis called me the other day, I was like, this dude wants to get paid.
Oh, yep.
He wants to get paid. I'm like, hey, Dennis, I don't get paid to the 15th. You're going to have to wait, homie. But when I had him on the phone, I'm torn right now. You mentioned the online community. For me, I think that's the jam. I know you've proven to me that the videos that you have up both on premium and freemium is the jam. Like I sat and watched them begrudgingly, by the way, because it's never fun to listen or watch yourself.
Did a good job, man. You did a good job.
It's what you mean, like not cringing the whole time?
Nah, it's fine.
But I had to help John title them. I had to help John give proper descriptions. But the videos, I think the online community. The online community is what like gets me excited because I envision, and maybe we have to change the name away from online community. Maybe we call it a message board. Maybe we call it a forum.
Right.
But this is a place where professionals can go to ask questions. And we can share best practices, and we can have key contributors, people who've been on the show, maybe people like Ben Davis or Mike Smalley or Kevin Murphy or Casey McElroy or Aixa, right? And I will be in there. And instead of someone wanting to, and this just happened yesterday, I got a Facebook message. And the Facebook message was a question that 100% should have been in the online community. The question was, I have a borrower who currently has a primary residence that they use to VA financing. Can they convert it into an investment property? And if they do they have to get rid of their VA home loan?
Damn, they sent that to my Facebook. That's deep.
No, yes. The answer is no, they do not have to change. And then what I taught the guy is the person can actually go use a VA home loan on their next purchase as well. Now, based on certain criteria and do they have enough eligibility and how much eligibility was or entitlement was used on the first.
Correct.
But that would have been a great question, not to send us via Facebook, because I don't check those messages often enough. That would have been a great one for the online community, because whether I answered it or Mike Smalley answered it or Kevin Murphy or Casey McElroy or Don Hoffman, we could have had one of our key contributors that is in the message board, or maybe it's not even a key contributor, just another listener who is very proficient.
It's already started.
So yes, the online community, I think, could be the jam. Like, think Reddit. Think of private Facebook groups, but we're going to host that on tloponline.com. One place. It's one community. It's one place for all of us to go together, depending on what it is that we need.
Well, hell, if you like watching the episodes on YouTube, you can watch them there, or you can just watch them through the website. You can listen to them through the website. And if there was a particular guest that you were fond of, you can go there and learn more about our featured guests as well.
You know, that is something that you all did that I think is awesome, is that, yes, you feature our guests on there. Now, not all of them. Like, please keep in mind, anyone who's tuned in, we want you to check out the website. Obviously, we want you to check out the website so much we're doing a whole entire podcast episode about the website.
Literally.
But at the end of the day, we need you to understand that. Where's I going with this?
I don't know. It was deep. I just felt back and listened. He was like,
I
not everybody was featured on the pod. Not everybody. Was featured.
No. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Damn, you made me nervous, man. Don't do that.
No, what we need people to understand is that this was a massive lift. I've never been a part of a website being built. It did take twice the cost. It did take twice the amount of time, if not 3 times the amount of time, and we're just getting started.
Just the beginning.
But we do want you to go check it out.
Yeah.
We do. We want your feedback.
Yeah.
And we want you to interact. And we want you to dive deep. And we want you to tell us how we can make it better. Or we want you to tell us what you want us to do more of because maybe you like that particular part.
Yeah.
Right? So we do want that, but we also want you to cut us a little bit of slack.
Yeah.
Because we're getting there.
Yeah.
Right? John, we were talking about the guest. I love that you have at least 13 guests on there. I think we've had 50 guests.
Right.
Right. So there's certain guests that, and maybe you don't have them on there because like someone like Rob Farragher hasn't gotten back to you.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to feature a guest if they won't get back to you.
Right.
And there's others that, it's a heavy lift. You have to pick and choose what's going to be most important to you.
Right.
And if I'm breathing down your neck to get more cheesy marketing ideas on the website, you're going to have to do that. Or if I want more video content in premium or freemium, or we don't have enough guides and trackers, then we need to have that. But we're just getting started. I think that's what I want people to know. The website is built.
Yeah.
We're done teasing it. It's out there. We want you to check it out.
Yes.
We want your feedback, but we also want you to understand that we're just getting started. And by sharing with you what we're trying to accomplish, I think you have a better understanding of A, why it took so long, and B, how your input matters because your input will allow us to lean into the aspects that you want us to lean into, to add portions that you want us to add to.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that, John.
I'm excited, man. This was a long time in the making. I actually, bane of my existence, actually doing this episode, but I'm happy. I'm happy we got a good response. I'm excited to see what people think out there. And please start a new thread on the forum. I think there's a forum with comments and suggestions. Yeah, go to the forums, online community. Let us know what you want. Let us know what you think. And we'd be more we're more active on there than anything else, really. So drop us a line.
And it's going to be crazy. Like I used to do every episode. Hey, guys, check us out on YouTube, on Spotify, on this.
Nope.
No.
T-LOPonline.com.
But we still want them to check out our IG, right?
Oh, yeah.
Check out our Facebook. And
still.
Eventually, we're going to bring in a TikTok expert because I do want a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some people in this industry that are TikToking really well.
Yeah, they're doing it really good.
Yeah, really well. That I think we can follow in their footsteps.
Right.
I think we can see what they're doing, put our own spin on it.
Right.
We're not there yet, but we're going there. Right? T-LOP Online is a fantastic beginning website. It's only going to get better. The more people who check it out, the more people who subscribe, become members or premium members, who give their feedback, the better we can become as a community. So check it out, John. Great job to you and Dennis. I want to go on record saying great job because everything going forward is going to be how you can do better.
Right.
Why didn't you think about this, John? How come this isn't up there, John? I wanted that done 2 weeks ago, John.
But just shift the gears, man. It's the same thing. It's fine.
Good enough never is, homie. Good enough never is.
No, but it's your vision too, though. Let's not get it twisted. Like you had the idea. What started as like, hey, I think I can do this on GoDaddy, or maybe I just build this on Shopify. Kind of grew to a lot of your ideas, a lot of your input, and honestly, a lot of the community's input. So this was an amalgamation of a lot of ideas, hard work, and good thought.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to people checking it out. We look forward to your feedback. Please just be nice. Let's have a great 2022. Damn. We look forward to growing the audience. I look forward to hitting 10K on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
We're not there yet, but we're on our way to 10K. After 10K, the next number is going to be 30K. I'm just going to put it out there. Look, at the end of the day, and I'm not going to hide from this. I'm done hiding.
Okay.
Done hiding.
Okay.
It's out.
What? Okay.
There are roughly 400,000 licensed mortgage loan originators in the U.S.
Okay.
400,000.
Okay.
8% of 400 is 32,000.
Okay.
I want less than 8% to know us.
Okay.
I want 30,000. 30,000 mortgage professionals to know us.
Okay.
And of those 30,000, I would love just 8% of those to be actively engaged in what we're doing on T-LOP Online.
Okay.
So T-LOP Online encompasses everything. It's the podcast, it's the website, it's everything. That means 2,500 of us, people like us, are tuning in and going to that website because they're a part of the T-LOP community. Because they know that just about anything that they're going to need for themselves, their clients, and their business partners, the referral sources, is going to be on that website. I think we would be knocking it out of the park. And I don't think that's too much to ask.
Sounds like a goal.
We're going from 400,000 to I want 32,000 to know us, right? That means 32,000 people have subscribed to our channel on YouTube, which, by the way, if they subscribed on YouTube, they're not all mortgage professionals. Probably only half are mortgage professionals. The other half are outside of the mortgage industry or they're consumers,
Right.
okay? And then, but I would love to see just 8% of 32, roughly 2,500 people actively engaged. And then from there, those 2,500 T-LOPers, we're a community. We're all for one for all. You need help finding the best employer for you, let us help you. You're interested in coaching, let us help you. Right? Like, that's the end goal. If it goes bigger than that, by all means, we'll let it.
Yes.
By all means, we'll let it. But only if we're worthy. Right? Only if we continue to push the envelope, only if we continue to say that what we did yesterday is not good enough tomorrow. Good enough never is. We're going to get 1% better starting today and ending in infinity. That's what I want for us. That's what I want to promote on T-LOP Online. That's why I'm so grateful that you all built the website, because that was step one to the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
John.
now the fun begins. That was
Now
just
the fun
that. That
begins.
was just the start. Now the fun begins.
Hey, look, he's John Coleman. I'm Dustin Owen. You have tuned into the Loan Officer Podcast. We look forward to you checking us out online, tloponline.com, the loanofficerpodcast.com. We'll catch you on the next episode. That's all the time we have for you today. Peace.